Hey guys, my name is Linnea Anderson, and this is my trending topics video for mass communications for Bethany Lutheran College. Um, my trending topic, as you can see, is Fergie singing the national anthem. This is a relatively new trending topic. So, kind of some background information on the topic is Fergie was asked to sing the national anthem on February 18th of this year for the big NBA game. And it did not go over well. She did a different rendition that people are used to. It was more jazzy and maybe a little bit more, the word would be sexy than what people would put with the national anthem. Um, People reacted really bad to it. People said it sounded bad, that she was trying too hard, that she disrespected the country and the national anthem. And it actually, within minutes of the performance being done, started trending as one of the worst performances of all time. And then, like, later the week, it came out that she ranked number third worst performance of all time. I think kind of what happened was um, there was a little pressure maybe for her to perform and do something really cool and interesting because a lot of people really loved Pink's rendition of the national anthem at the Super Bowl earlier this month. And so I think she maybe felt like a little pressure to do something different, and it did not go over how she thought it would. She later in the week did explain what happened. She let out a statement basically saying um, she never meant to disrespect the country or anyone, and she would never intentionally do something that was disrespectful to the national anthem. And she just kind of stated that as a celebrity, she gets asked to sing the national anthem all the time, and it's always an honor to be asked. But she just thought it'd be fun to shake things up and do something different, a rendition that she's never heard before or never done before, just because she does sing it a lot. So I am gonna play a clip of her singing, just so you guys can kind of formulate your own opinion about whether you like it or not.
To perform the Star Spangled Banner is an acclaimed singer, song.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave?
So as you can see, that was a clip of it, and if you would like to watch the rest of it, you can just click right here in this embedded link, and it will take you back to that YouTube video where you will be able to watch the rest of it. Why is it trending? So Fergie's rendition is trending because many people started tweeting about how bad it was after her performance, which led to some interesting tweets. It actually, within less than 5 minutes of her performance being done, was the #1 trended topic on Twitter. So here are just a couple tweets that I thought kind of summarized what everyone was talking about. So Fergie's national anthem finished 30 minutes ago, and I still haven't recovered. A part of me never will be the same. Another tweet said, I've seen the national anthem performed hundreds of times, but never in the key of Happy Birthday, Mr. President. And then the last one that I put on here was, my first guess is that Fergie drew her motivation from for the national anthem rendition from Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday, Mr. President. If you want to see some more tweets about it, you can click right here and it'll take you there. I'm not going to take you there, but yeah, just click on that link. When was the topic trending? So she sang it on February 18th, and the topic stopped trending on the 23rd. So from the 18th to the 23rd, it was within the top 10 most talked about trending topics. And for the first like 3 days, it was the number one trended topic. So it gained a lot of momentum for almost a full week. There's no history, really, except for other people have been comparing it to other famous renditions, and I mean the other history be like whether she could sing or not. And from the clip that I showed you, my personal opinion was that the parts where she was just singing sounded good, but it was more so the rendition that people didn't like. But back to her being compared to famous people, the biggest one, there was a lot of memes and gifs on Twitter about comparing her to Carl Lewis, who was a track star that sang the national anthem a long time ago. So I am going to play that clip because it was just so popular and was part of the trending. It was like hashtag Fergie and Carl Lewis. So I'm just going to play that clip real quick.
Oh, say, can you see? And the rockets, red flag. I'll make up for it now. For the land of the free.
So I think the major difference between the two is that Fergie could sing and Carl Lewis was not singing well. And I think it might be a little harsh to compare the two. Fergie is a singer, like that is her career, and Carl Lewis was a track star. So I think it was a little harsh to compare the two. Um, I definitely don't think Fergie sounded as bad as Carl Lewis did. Where is the topic being communicated? So the topic was trending all over social media. Guys, it took over social media for like 3 days and then was still in the top 10 for almost a full week. So it was trending on Twitter, Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, and like it had an article in like Snapchat's little newspaper area. It was trending on Google. It was like the first thing, like if you typed in like hit F, the key F, it was like Fergie singing the national anthem, like would pop right up in that search bar. It was on YouTube. Um, Within like a day, there was already like a YouTuber's react video out. There was already like remixes of it. So if you're interested in that, you could just go on YouTube and type in like remix of Fergie, and there's like a ton of them. News outlets the next morning had it all over. It turned into memes, as you can see over here. After hearing Fergie sing the national anthem, and then he has like blood coming out of his ears, so a little harsh. And then even like daytime TV talk shows are talking about it, like um, The Real and Ryan and Kelly Live and The View all had something to say about it. So it was being communicated in all forms of social media. Um, so it was trending quite heavily. How has it influenced society? I definitely think it hasn't been around to have like a real strong impact, but I do think it shows us something about our society. Um, I definitely think it shows how fast and powerful social media can be. She was trending on Google and Twitter within minutes of her performance being done, so I think that shows just how powerful social media can be and the influence it can have. You know, as soon as it was trending, all of a sudden memes were being made and GIFs, and so I think it just shows how strong social media is. And then the other thing I think it shows is that our society views celebrities as having to be perfect all the time, and um, having to stick to a box of creativity. I think people forget that celebrities have creative ideas and are human too, and they can, maybe their creative ideas aren't always good, and they're allowed to mess up and make mistakes and maybe do a rendition that isn't great. But our society is so um, heavily influenced by celebrities that I think we forget um, they're human, and they make mistakes, but society definitely holds them to a higher standard than other people, or I guess you could say regular people are held. Overall, I just think that Fergie's performance wasn't as bad as it got credit for. It definitely wasn't my favorite, but yeah, definitely check it out for yourselves, and you can type in almost any social media platform, and there'll be a ton of tweets or videos or memes about it. So, thank you so much for listening.